Welcome. We've got some thrilling Arsenal news lined up for you, so stay tuned until the end to catch all the latest updates. And don't forget to leave 300 likes to keep us motivated in bringing you the latest Arsenal updates. Arsenal cruised to a thoroughly professional 2-0 win over Brentford at the Emirates on Wednesday night, sending Mikel Arteta's side 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League with a performance that had all the hallmarks of proper title-chasing bottle. Mikel Merino's early header gave the Gunners the lead they never looked like surrendering, while Bukayo Saka rubbed salt in the wounds with a classy stoppage-time second. Brentford turned up with their usual long-throw chaos and set-piece menace, the sort that's given half the league nightmares this season, but David Raya and the backline kept another clean sheet, and the lads in red and white bossed the ball for fun when it mattered. It wasn't always pretty, but it was 3 points in the bag and a proper statement after City's 9-goal madness earlier in the week. The star of the show, according to Amazon Prime's Stephen Warnock, was Declan Rice, who the former Liverpool man reckons is now the best player in the country, full stop. He's on another level this season, Warnock raved, pointing out how Rice has gone from sitting deep and breaking up play last year to running games from midfield like a proper quarterback. The only sour note was Rice hobbling off with a calf problem in the second half, leaving the Emirates holding its breath. Arteta says they'll assess him tomorrow, but sounded quietly confident he'll be ready for Aston Villa at the weekend. With the Christmas fixtures looming like a packed Saturday at the pub, Arsenal look the real deal right now, grinding out results when the football's not flowing and still 5 points clear. Keep this up and that 20-year wait for the league might finally be coming to an end. Pep Guardiola speaks out Arsenal's clinical triumph over Brentford, a statement in scarlet. In the frosty chill of a midweek Emirates showdown, Mikel Arteta's Arsenal dispatched Brentford with a sort of no-nonsense efficiency that leaves you reaching for the Bovril at half-time. It was a 2-0 rout that felt like a proper North London knees-up, the Gunners reclaiming a 5-point cushion at the Premier League summit after Manchester City's eyebrow-raising 5-4 barnstormer against Fulham the weekend prior. Mikel Merino nodded home the opener in the first half, a cheeky flick from a corner that had the home faithful roaring like they just spotted a pie in the queue. The Emirates erupted from the off, the decibels cranked to 11 as the lads in red and white set about their business with a swagger that's become Arteta's trademark. It wasn't vintage tiki-taka poetry, mined more like a sturdy Sunday roast, hearty and hard to fault. David Raya, back between the sticks against his old mates, pulled off a couple of pearlers to keep the bees at bay, while the back four Gabriel and Saliba anchoring like old stagers at the boozer snuffed out Brentford's aerial threats before they could muster a proper sting. Up top, the Gunners turned the screw, with Martin Odegaard pulling strings like a puppet master at the Palladium, feeding runners who probed and prodded until the dam burst. Enter Stephen Warnock, the grizzled ex-Prem fullback who swapped the pitch for the pundit's perch on Amazon Prime, and he wasn't holding back his praise. Arsenal didn't just nick it, they owned the bleeding lot, he declared, that scouse lilt cutting through the studio chatter like a hot knife through butter. But it was one engine room colossus who had Warnock proper chuffed, Declan Rice. He's the governor of the Premier League right now, no two ways about it, the tellyman beamed, eyes twinkling like he just won a tenner on the horses. Arteta, that cool Basque maestro with the grin of a man who's nicked the last Jaeger bomb, couldn't mask his delight in the post-match huddle. We proper dominated a right tough nut like Brentford, he purred, that fire in his belly flickering like a gas ring under the kettle. The clean sheet's gold dust, we fashioned the proper killers up front, and that's what wins you leagues, innit? But hats off to Frank's lads, those throws and dead balls are a right old headache, always putting your bottle to the test. And then, in stoppage time, with the clock ticking like a dodgy meter, Bukayo Saka stepped up to twist the knife with a dagger of a finish, curling one into the top corner that had the clock end levitating. The 23-year-old winger, Arsenal's golden boy with the feet of a fiddler and the heart of a docker, danced past two bees before unleashing a beauty that left their keeper flailing like a pensioner in a gale. Even across the divide, Manchester City's Pep Guardiola never one to stint on compliments when their due piped up from his Etihad throne, tipping his cap to Saka's sorcery. That lad Saka, what a player he's become, Guardiola mused in his pre-match briefing the next day, that Catalan cadence laced with grudging admiration. But here's the fly in the ointment, the pint that's gone flat midway through happy hour. Rice's thunderous shift ground to a halt with a calf twinge that sucked the air out of the stadium like a punctured whoopee cushion. The England enforcer, who's been the pulsing vein in this Arsenal resurgence, limped off in the second half, leaving the away end and every gooner nursing a half holding its collective breath. Whispers of curses and VAR-level curses rippled through the stands, with fans muttering about the football god's cruel sense of humour. Context, as any armchair general supping a lager during match of the day will tell you, is the kingpin in this white-knuckle title. Arsenal's been parched for that elusive Prem crown since the Invincibles waltzed to immortality back in '04, a drought drier than a vicar's sherry party and twice as frustrating. This Brentford bashing isn't mere fodder for the form guide. It's a boot to the backside for City, Liverpool and the rest of the rabble scrapping in the rear view. 5 points clear with the festive fixtures fiending like a queue at the post office, the Gunners are morphing from plucky pretenders into the genuine article, the sort that chews up gritty draws and spits out silverware dreams. Arteta, bless him, isn't one for getting carried away like a lad on his first Wembley away day. Too streetwise, too schooled in the school of hard knocks, he's banging on about squad depth like it's the elixir of eternal life. "We handled their press like old pros," he noted post-whistle, that no-frills vibe, part Pep's polish, part Holloway Road grit shining through. Everyone mucked in, from the tea lady to the ticket touts. Brentford don't tuck tail and run, you need a couple in the bank to sleep sound. With Rice's niggle and the injury bug that's bitten harder than a Jack Russell at the park, it's a timely reminder that football's a team sport, not a one-man carry-on. In the end, this wasn't Arsenal at their balletic best, spinning silk from the scrum like a troupe of Riverdance rogues. Nah, it was effective as a fry-up after the night shift, sustaining, satisfying, and setting you up for the day ahead. Warnock's anointing of Rice as the league's top dog, echoed by Guardiola's nod to soccer's stoppage time sorcery, underscores the quiet genius percolating in N5, the sort that transmutes near misses into Mayday miracles. As the Christmas cracker fixtures crackle into view, Arteta's Arsenal sit pretty as a picture, plotting the next gambit in this grand chessboard bunfight. Marino bullet header and soccer's top bins perler. Arsenal go 5 clear with ice-cold Brentford batter. Arsenal turned up at the Emirates on a proper Baltic Wednesday night and did exactly what title contenders are supposed to do. Knocked off Brentford 2-0 without ever getting out of second gear. No drama, no faffing about, just a solid, grown-up performance that sent the Gunners 5 points clear again. Mikel Merino nodded us in front early doors from a corner, the big Basque ghosting in like he'd been taking finishing lessons off Alan Shearer, and that was basically that. Job done, kettle on, next please. The Bees rocked up with their usual party tricks, long throws that look like they've been choreographed by Rory Dillap on Red Bull, and set pieces that have half the league waking up in a cold sweat. Fair play to Thomas Frank, his lot are right pain in the arse on their day, but last night they barely laid a glove on us. Raya made one smart stop against his old club, Saliba and Gabriel won everything in the air like they were playing on a five-a-side pitch, and the midfield just suffocated anything in yellow and red. It was less a contest, more a polite reminder of who's boss. Declan Rice was, once again, an absolute Rolls-Royce in the middle of the park. The lad's having the season of his life, breaking up play, striding forward, pinging 60-yarders like he's got a sat-nav in his boots. Stephen Warnock on Amazon Prime was practically writing love letters, best player in the league, simple as that, and for once the pundit wasn't chatting absolute cobblers. Only downer was December limping off with a calf issue just after the hour. Arteta says it's nothing serious and he'll be assessed tomorrow, but every Gooner stomach still did a little flip. Mikel himself was his usual ice-cool self after the whistle. "We controlled a very difficult team," he said, which is manager speak for, "we battered them but I'm not getting carried away, lads." He gave Brentford their flowers for being a nightmare from dead balls, but you could tell he was buzzing with the clean sheet and the way we kept our shape even when the game got a bit scrappy second half. Classic Arteta. Praise the opposition just enough so nobody can accuse you of arrogance, then quietly remind everyone we're top of the pile. Then, right at the death, Bukayo Saka decided to treat the clock end to an early Christmas present. Collected the ball on the right, shimmied past 2 defenders like they were cones at London Coney, and leathered one into the top bins. Even Pep Guardiola, yes, that Pep, was forced to tip his hat the next day. Saka's goal was different class, pure quality from a top player. When the bald genius is bigging you up, you know you've done something proper. The bigger picture? This is now 10 league wins from 14, 20 clean sheets in 2025, and a 5-point gap that could become 8 if we win our games in hand. Villa away on Saturday is a proper banana skin. Emery will have them bang up for it, but if Rice is fit and we keep this level of control, you'd fancy us to nick something at Villa Park. The table looks lovely from up here, doesn't it? Down the bottom half of the pitch, the usual suspects are wobbling. Chelsea got turned over by Leeds of all teams, United are still Uniteding, and even Spurs dropped points again. Meanwhile, Palace are quietly having a party in 5th and Nottingham Forest won't go away. Mad league, proper mad. Arteta keeps banging on about process and standards depth blah blah blah, but you can see the belief creeping in. No daft celebrations, no we're gonna win the league chance yet, just quiet confidence and a squad that finally looks like it can rotate without dropping a Bollock. Marino, Timber, even Lewis Skelly off the bench, everyone's chipping in. So there we are, another 3 points, another step closer, another night when North London sleeps a little bit happier. It wasn't sexy, it wasn't 5-0, but it was exactly the kind of gritty, controlled win that lifts trophies in May. Roll on Villa, roll on Christmas madness, and, whisper it, roll on the first title since 2004. The Arsenal are marching, lads. Koig. Thanks for watching Arsenal Time. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Continue following the Gunners' journey with us, and see you in the next video. Come on, you Gunners!